lesson, we will be finding exterior angles of a triangle. So we're talking about angle measurements. The point we need to remember is that an exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. So let's look at number one, because it really does show you what a remote, these are our two remote interior angles. And this is our exterior angle. It's actually made right here by your line, and it's outside of your triangle. So the easy way to remember is exterior means you're outside, and the remote interior just means that it's far away from that angle. You do not want to use the angle that is right adjacent to it. So as we're working the first problem, it's very easy. For angle D, we are going to go ahead and we are going to add 88 plus our 42, the two remote interior angles. And when we do that, we get 130 degrees. So our measurement for angle D is equal to 130 degrees. Okay, well, we're going to get a little bit more complicated for each one of our problems. So let's look at number two. Number two says, what is the measure of angle X, which is right here, in degrees in the figure shown? Well, remember, remote interior angles are right here, and I see I only have one. But I need to take prior knowledge that I know that 53 and this angle inside this triangle are what we call vertical angles. And vertical angles are always equal to each other. And so now I'm seeing I have a very simple problem. Here's my two remote interior angles. There's my exterior angle. So for angle X, we're just going to add 60 plus 53, and that is a 0. And we get 113 degrees for our angle X. All right, getting a little bit more complicated because you got this. So we're going to find the measure of angle PQR and the measure of angle PRQ, which when we talk about angle PRQ, we're going to find this angle measurement, and that's our final answer. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to find this angle measurement. So looking at what I have there, I see, and again, we know that this angle on the outside, this is our exterior angle. So I am going to take that exterior angle and I'm going to make it equal to the two remote interior angles. So we know that 7x, so we're going to have to solve for x first in this problem, and then we'll be able to find the angle measurements that we need. So 7x minus 1, the exterior angle, is equal to, here we have 33 degrees plus our 10x plus 1. Okay, so now we know we need to put together our like terms before we move anything. So I'm going to put together my 33 and my 1. So I'm just copying 17x minus 1 equals, we have a 34 plus our 10x. Well, we know we have to subtract the 10x to move it to the other side. Notice how we're using our solving equation skills in order to find measures of exterior angles. Math is a foundational. You're going to use your skills from the past. So this cancels out, and I end up with a 7x minus 1 equals 34. I am now going to add 1 to both sides. So 7x is equal to 35. And finally, we are able to find that x is equal to 5. Okay, so we got this. So we're going to use this value to find PQR and then angle R. All right, so when I am looking at PQR, It tells me, and I'm going to, I think, write this in a different color. It tells me that angle PQR is equal to 10x plus 1. Well, we found the x, so angle PQR is 10 times 5 plus 1, which is equal to 51 degrees. So here is our answer for angle PQR. It is 51 degrees. And now that I went ahead and I found that, I think I'm going to put that here. It is 51 degrees. Okay. So now that I know that I have 51 degrees, I can use actually the triangle sum theorem because I know all of the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So I am now going to go ahead and I am going to find angle PRQ, and we're going to get that by adding 51 and 33. So 51 plus our 33 is 84 degrees. But we must subtract that 84 from 180 because 180 degrees is in that triangle. So I know that angle PQR is going to be equal to 96 degrees. So here we go. Angle PQR is 96 degrees. We did find the two angle measurements that they wanted. We had to remember the exterior angle rule where the sum of the two remote interiors are equal to each other and find x first. So that one definitely was more complicated. Well, let's look at problem number 4. Problem number 4 tells us that we have L and M line and they're parallel. Well, we know that parallel lines will never touch, okay? And they tell us that RQ, right here, this RQ, and PQ are perpendicular. So they're asking you to find the measure of the numbered angles. So we're going to find the measure of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go back, and it's very important to realize that RQ and PQ are perpendicular. So I'm just going to put my 90-degree box there because that's what that means. That means they're perpendicular. Well, if we have parallel lines, we know that these two angles are also going to make up 90 degrees. So in order to find angle 1, and I like to separate my different problems. Here I go. All right, so we know that angle 1 is going to be equal to 90 minus 48. And so for angle 1, we do end up with 42 degrees. Here it is. All right. Well, let's now, and I'm just going to skip down here because I know that, and I'm going to write this, angle 4 is equal to 90 degrees. I mean, that's automatic. So here, I'm going to mark my picture. I have a 42, and here, for this one, I have a 90. Can you see that angle 3 is the exterior angle for this triangle? Again, angle 3 is the exterior angle, and angle 1 and angle 4 are two remote interior angles. So to find angle 3, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put 42 plus 90 together, and when we do 42 plus 90, we get 132 degrees for our angle 3. Right here, we have our angle 4. Now all we're missing is our angle 2. So if we know that this is 132 degrees, we can actually find angle 2 in two ways. So when we're finding angle 2, we know that these angle 1, angle 4, and angle 2 equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to subtract what and I'm going to, hold on a minute. Okay, so angle 2. I'm going to add these two together, and when I add those two together, we had 132. So angle 2 is going to be 132 plus angle 2 is equal to 180. That's what we know. Angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3 all add up to 180 degrees. So when I'm doing my math, I know I have to do 180 minus 132. Yes, there's some regrouping that has to go on. And I see that angle 2 is actually going to be equal to my 48 degrees. So I'm going to write that right here. 48 degrees for my angle 2. Again, finding exterior angle, not hard. Remembering different information about different, the vertical angles, the fact that the triangle adds up to 180 degrees, all of that is put into practice in this video. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.